Alright guys, so we're gonna jump right into it. Yesterday, Zack Snyder dropped the last trailer for the Justice League Zack Snyder cut. It comes out in 1 month, and I can't wait to finally see what his original plan was all along. Take a look at the trailer.
The bell's been rung. Out in the dark, among the stars, the god is dead.
I had a dream. Almost like a premonition. I think there's an attack coming.
My lord, this world will fall.
I need warriors. I'm building an alliance to defend ourselves.
How do you know your team's strong enough? If you can't bring down the charging bull, then don't wave the red cape at it.
You were sent here for a reason. And even if it takes you the rest of your life, find out what that reason is.
They said the age of heroes would never come again.
It will. It has to.
We live in a society where honor is a distant memory. Isn't that right, Batman?
Okay, so there's not too much to dissect from the trailer. A lot of it is exactly what we have seen before. But the three things I do want to talk about mainly are Superman, Darkseid, and of course the Joker at the very end of the trailer. Starting off with Superman, I just want to say it is so awesome that we are finally getting him in the black suit. I remember when Zack Snyder was filming this movie back in 2016, 2017, and he teased the black suit for Superman. And then obviously when all of that stuff went down, where he had to back out of the project, which he did say, by the way, a couple weeks ago, one of the biggest reasons why he left, it was because he was just in no mood for arguments. He didn't want to have to go through the hassle of trying to convince the producers and the studio to basically have his way. And look how that turned out. We ended up getting Joss Whedon's cut, which is absolutely horrendous. Superman started off the Zack Snyder world. Zack Snyder made Man of Steel. He has a soft spot for Superman, and he's obviously going to want to give Superman his rightful due, and that is the black suit. I know in a lot of renditions what we see from Superman when he's in the black suit is he usually has longer hair, he has a beard. I don't know if they're gonna do that with this take. I personally don't think they will, but just knowing he is going to be in a black suit is just all I need. It's exactly what we should have got the first time around, and I'm so happy we're getting it this time around. We do know that Zack Snyder's cut is none of Joss Whedon's cut. And I'm not lying here, I'm pretty sure the amount of scenes from Joss Whedon's movie that is making it into Zack Snyder's movie is maybe 2 or 3. So when you see Superman show up in Justice League, he shows up in the blue and red suit. I don't know if that will be a transition. I don't know if Superman is going to be in the black and then as the movie goes on, he gets back into his blue and red. I personally just want him to stay in the black suit. I think it's smart considering, if you don't know, when Superman originally died in the comic books to Doomsday, when he comes comes back, he needs to use the black suit. The black suit drinks in more radiation and makes him more powerful. Considering he just came back from the dead, he's going to be weaker for a little while. So until he can fully get back on his feet, he needs to use the black suit. Now, the next thing I wanted to talk about is the shot of Darkseid in the throne room with all of his soldiers surrounding the left side and the right side. They look like they're honoring Darkseid, well, because he is the god and king ruler of Apocalypse. But most interestingly enough is we've been seeing a lot of Darkseid from Zack Snyder's sneak peeks, and rightfully so. Darkseid was going to be the big bad of these Justice League movies. Now, what's really interesting is the two people to his side behind him in that shot. The one to the left looks like Darkseid, and the one to the right looks like Granny Goodness. They're basically just two apostles, if you will, of Darkseid. If that is the one on the right. If she is Granny Goodness, she is a training facilitator. So she trains all the best warriors of Apocalypse and sends them right to Darkseid. Then the one on the left, which is Darkseid, I think he has more mystical powers, more telepathy. I do believe that in the early stages of Darkseid's publication in DC, they made him the god of torture. So Darkseid is probably the guy who Darkseid, if he needs information, if he needs something done, Darkseid is the one who will do it for him. With that being said, the main villain of Justice League is Steppenwolf, and I know not a lot of people know who Steppenwolf is. Steppenwolf, though, is a main warrior for Darkseid, who Darkseid has tasked him with conquering other worlds for him. When we saw Justice League from Joss Whedon, we got a very quick sneak peek of how Steppenwolf went to Earth thousands of years ago, fought the Atlanteans, the Lanterns, the Amazonian women, everyone, humans, and it was only Steppenwolf who was leading the charge against Earth, and then realized how powerful Earth actually was, and they had to retreat, leaving the mother boxes behind, which is exactly what Darkseid needs to turn Earth or any other planet into an apocalypse. Originally, it was Darkseid and Steppenwolf who lead the charge on Earth. That never happened in the Joss Whedon cut. Joss Whedon completely disregarded and forgot about Darkseid, who was eventually going to be the main villain of these movies. Seeing scenes and knowing we're going to be getting more of Darkseid, knowing there's probably even going to be dialogue Darkseid is going to have in this film, it makes me so excited, especially too, Darkseid is one of my favorite DC characters of all time. He is probably one of the most powerful beings in all of DC, and frankly, I'm gonna go there, one of the most powerful beings of the Marvel universe as well. He is all-time powerful. Just knowing that Zack Snyder had a role for someone like him to play in his upcoming Justice League movies, it'll just be really awesome to see what is going on in this film and how much he actually has to do with it. Now, also on that same topic with Steppenwolf, at least this time around, Zack Snyder made Steppenwolf look a lot more menacing, more than what Joss Whedon did with him in his cut, where he was just this ball of CGI. And I'm not saying that Zack Snyder's isn't going to be the same, but at least it looks a little cleaner, and at least he looks a little more scarier than what we got from the Joss Whedon cut. Even too, when you watch Steppenwolf in that version of Justice League, he's just not cool. It doesn't really take much to bring him down, but when you see Steppenwolf in this movie, already in the sneak peeks you've seen of him, he looks deadly and he looks dangerous, and he looks like he will take the team of the Justice League to actually bring him down, not just Superman appearing out of nowhere and beating the crap out of him. The third one I want to talk about, which is right at the very end, and it's probably the one that most people are talking about, it is the scene with Joker and Batman. Zack Snyder did say a couple days ago that he felt very odd and very weird that Batman and Joker, this rendition, Ben Affleck and Jared Leto, never had any screen time together. And you could say, well, they did in the Suicide Squad movie, but it wasn't really real screen time. The guy playing Batman wasn't even Ben Affleck. It was just a stunt double. Ben Affleck wasn't on set for that movie for long and had not much to do with that movie as well. So you really never got to see them on screen together, but now we finally are. The setting of that scene takes place in the nightmare world. Darkseid has officially taken over Earth once and for all, and Batman is leading a small team of survivors to not only take down Darkseid and find a way to reclaim Earth, but to fight and kill Superman, who he himself has joined Darkseid in this nightmare world. Now, I know so many people, when they saw Batman vs. Superman, they did not understand that scene at all. And it's very interesting because I think if you're just an average viewer, just an average watcher of superheroes, and you just enjoy the content, yeah, I get it. It's not something that's going to be easy to understand. But if you're a nerd, if you're a sweaty like I am, I understood it the minute I watched that scene. And it's just the simple idea that in Batman vs. Superman, Bruce thinks he had a dream, but he didn't. He was actually witnessing the future. A future of where Darkseid took over Earth and turned it into Apocalypse. So in this nightmare world, whoever is alive, and I don't know who it is, we do know Batman is alive. We do know Flash is alive in that world. We do know now that Joker is alive. As far as I'm concerned, we don't know if Cyborg or Wonder Woman or Aquaman is alive. I'm not too sure. Joker being alive in this world just tells me one thing, that they essentially have to put aside their differences and work together. And I know you're probably thinking that's weird because Joker is just a psychopathic murderer who kills everyone in his sight and he's got no morals. I guess at the end of the day, when the world is ending and you almost have nothing to fight for, it could possibly change even the biggest things in the people that you would never think it would change. Overall, guys, this is going to be a 4-hour movie. It's going to be available on HBO Max for the Americans, but for us who are in Canada, I believe it's Crave TV. I cannot tell you how excited I am for this movie. I wish this was the movie that we got in 2017, and whether people like it or not, I do wish Warner Brothers just allowed Zack Snyder to continue his world. DC is not in any better state than they were before. I think at least just letting Zack Snyder take his crack at it and finish his world off, it probably would have been the best bet for them. And even though when this movie comes out, we probably won't get a continuation, you just, yeah. Keep those fingers crossed, keep some hope alive, you never know. I mean, we spoke up. We're the ones who really got this Zack Snyder cut to release because Warner Brothers said time and time again, we were never going to get it. Enough petitions were signed, enough was trending about it, enough people spoke out and actually got Zack Snyder to release his cut. They even gave him over $70 million to finish his Justice League project. Now, yeah, the movie's gonna more than likely end on a huge cliffhanger. So, I mean, if we speak up again, you never know. You might get a sequel. Probably not, but like I said, keep them crossed. Now, if any more news does come out about this movie, you can bet I will make a video and I'll give my 2 cents on it. But I don't think it will because it's only a month away, so I think we just gotta hold tight, sit in, and it'll be here in no time. Until then, give the trailer a couple more watches, sit back, enjoy, and get ready for March 18th. Alright guys, talk to you soon.